Welcome to another Creaky Gamers historical production.
Okay, g'day viewers. I just decided that I would give Bolt Action version 3 a go. I played a lot of first edition, very long time ago, and I played one game of second edition, but I haven't played it for a long time. I've been playing things like Iron Cross and Chain of Command, etc. So I got the new rulebook and I thought I'll go to a game day and where some guys are practicing for a big tournament, playing 1100 points. So I dusted off the old Fallschirmjäger and off we went. There's the table and there's some of my boys there. So we'll just have a look at the terrain and everything and go over my army. And I'm playing against the French. All right, got 14 order dice French, and we'll have a closer look at his army in a minute, from what I can remember, and have a look at the table. And I'll give you a quick overview, not a full-on battle report, but there's the layout of the table. I'll point out the objectives here. I can't remember the actual name of the mission, but we've just drawn our order dice and deployed as we've gone, and there's one objective in the middle. He's got his artillery sitting on one there, and there's one up the top corner, and there's one just out of picture down the bottom right-hand corner. And I have a squad on top of the building here holding that objective. So there's 5 objectives, and he's just deployed. As you can see, he's got a good spot there. He's got a forward artillery observer, and I find out that forward artillery observers are still pretty strong, and the French can call in 2 artillery strikes. So that's the first thing I noticed about Bolt Action. Some things haven't changed, and the more order dice you have, the better. I've got 10 order dice. He's got 14. In my second game, my opponent had 18 order dice, and I had my 10. So I need to rethink my list if I'm going to keep playing. So all my guys are veteran. I just wanted a basic list. I've just got a bunch of squads of infantry, a couple of veteran Panzerschrecks. Everyone's veteran. 2 commanders. I think we've got about 4 or 5 squads, a couple of Panzerschrecks, and a couple of commanders. So that was my list. We'll have a closer look at the French list. All right, so I'm already thinking I'm in for a baptism of fire here because so it was all flooding back to me about the min-maxing efficiency of Bolt Action lists. So he's got, I think, 3 squads of infantry and then filled the rest out with support. He's telling me how bad his tanks are. He's got a couple of tanks which are cheaper than my Panzerschreck units. They're unreliable, one-man turret, etc., but that doesn't really matter. They've got machine guns on them as well. He's also got a transport with an anti-aircraft gun on it as well. And I think 3 squads of veteran infantry and then filled out with support. So he's got a couple of howitzers, a couple of cheap tanks, light mortar, sniper, forward artillery observer, light mortar, anti-tank rifle. So just to maximum efficiency. So I think if I have another go, I should just add some support. But anyway, I thought I'll just take some veteran infantry and just learn the game again and so on. And he's lent me some of his rounded corner order dice because my order dice have got the old square corners. And so you've got to be careful. You can feel the corners and draw them out of the bag. I suppose I thought you just squeeze them out of the bag so you couldn't feel the dice. But anyway, that's the deployment. And so he way out deployed me, so he was able to he's just placing his forward artillery observer up there, and I'm sort of bunched up here to try and go and capture that objective, which was a big mistake. So I'm trying to go after that objective. He's got a sniper up on the building as well. So I wasted my first turn trying to kill that sniper. I should have been trying to kill his forward artillery observer. And I probably should have had a couple of snipers myself. So there's some nice looking veteran infantry. You can see his anti-aircraft gun hiding behind the building. And I assume most of his other stuff's either regular or inexperienced, I guess, because it doesn't really matter when you're firing indirectly, I guess. I don't think that's changed. And so that's the situation. So Also, he's got some cavalry off the table, so he's also got another unit outflanking me on the left flank. So my right, which I thought was my left. But anyway, that's the overview, and I seem to have bunched up a bit here. So if I'd remembered how good off-board artillery could be, I probably wouldn't have bunched up so much. But that's going to cost me a lot. Veteran infantry don't like having artillery dropped on them. So I'm learning a hard lesson. So you got to learn the hard way. So there's my boys. There they are. And there's Panzerschreck team, another Panzerschreck. Got a squad up on the building. A commander behind the building there. Infantry squad LMG. And then I've got a commander in the middle there. Another couple of infantry squads. And I'm going to try and go after that objective. But we're not going to get anywhere near it because we're going to get artillery dropped on us. There's my submachine gun squad going to sneak down that flank towards that objective, I hope. We'll see how bad it goes. So bear with me here as I try not to degenerate into whinging about my lack of order dice. So another new rule that I found out about was Snap 2, which seemed to be used mainly for dropping 2 lots of artillery. So you can see I've got a couple of 5s there on my squad up on the building. So he used the Snap 2 rule, which is a new thing. New for me anyway. It came out in 2nd edition, I guess. And you can see, look, there's all my pin markers everywhere. So using Snap 2, I didn't use Snap 2 in either of my games because I didn't really understand when I was going to use it with only 10 order dice. But you can use it to, I found my opponents used it to just double shoot their mortars or double shoot their artillery. So before you start moving, and then the next turn he's hitting me on 5s and so on. I tried to sneak this submachine gun squad up here to get to that objective, but his veteran infantry just moved up and shot me up, and then he's got like a truck with an anti-aircraft gone on it, so it's shooting me from behind that rock as well. Turn 2, well, there's my only success of both games was this little Panzerschreck team moved up and fired a shot at his tank, and he failed his cover save, and we blew up the tank. So that was my only victory in 2 games. 1 Panzerschreck shot, I destroyed a tank. So, well, I got something out of the day. I learnt that you need more order dice, and sometimes you get lucky shot with a Panzerschreck. And then, as it went on, I'm just losing squads to the off-board artillery. He dropped his off-board artillery there with his artillery observer, which I should have been trying to kill him. And I've lost whole squads, and I've lost a commander, and everyone's just pinned. And then I thought, well, my only option here is to rally, and then I just kept rolling 11s on my dice to rally them. To move. I was trying to move them, spread them out a bit as well. So kept failing order dice, and these guys got 4 pins on them. I've lost 2 units there, and one of my Panzerschreck. So I just got totally pinned down with the howitzers, the light mortar, and the off-board artillery came in twice. There's my submachine gun squad. They snuck down this flank to go after that objective, and then his cavalry dismounted and came on there. So they had a bit of a shootout, and I moved up and shot them back with my submachine guns, and then eventually I soldered them. So I lost most of my submachine gun squad, but I did take out his cavalry. So that's my only real other victory. I shot a Panzerschreck, destroyed a tank, and then the rest of the game was me just trying to remove pins from the off-board artillery and the couple of howitzers he had up the back. So it's kind of really a bit of a non-event, and my second game was against an 18 order dice German force, and that was even worse. I just got pinned down, and he had an artillery strike as well, so I just needed to maybe I've spread out a bit more. Well, that was one thing. Try and kill the observer, so probably need some snipers and LMGs to try and shoot them. So, it was a baptism of fire. I was expecting that with only 10 order dice. But as soon as we started deploying for the first game, it all came flooding back to me about how bold action's mainly about min-maxing veteran infantry with loads of cheap support. and it seems like off-board artillery and maybe airstrikes are still strong, and howitzers, light howitzers, medium howitzers, mortars, light mortars seem to be pretty good as well. Anti-tank rifles are really cheap. You can put a long-range pin on things. So I have to rethink my army list. So it's not a bad game. It's just, it's different to other sort of more balanced games. Maybe Chain of Command has some problems as well when you roll heaps of sixes for the command dice and so on. Iron Cross is probably still my favourite, but I'll give Bolt Action another go. I just have to reconfigure my list just to try and get some more order dice, because I felt like I had no chance with only 10. All right, well, that's enough me whinging about Bolt Action order dice. I will give it another go. I've already designed another list, and I've got anywhere between like 17 or 18 order dice. Just taking more support and light mortars and all that sort of stuff. They even fit in a cheap 233 medium howitzer. Well, it's got a light howitzer on it, armoured car and things like that. I've got a few models I can use. Anyway, more support for the next one. So I'll let you know how I go. All right, thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Thanks for watching another Creaker Gamers episode. Hope it wasn't too bad. Please like and subscribe. Just do it.